Hi, so today I'm going to do a review on a series that everyone loves and raves on about, and there's so much hype around it, and I don't quite feel the same. It's going to be it's probably going to be a rant video if anything. But yeah, so the series I'm talking about is one that I finished whilst I was on holiday in Spain, so that's why I haven't been on for a while, and consists of 4 books, and if you've watched any of my other videos you'll know what I'm on about before I even show them, even though the title's giving it away. The Fallen series. I tried so hard to like it. I read all 4 books just to prove that something would happen to make me love it, and it didn't happen. So basically I'm just going to run through it all, like book by book maybe, and just give you a quick rundown, and there's going to be some spoilers. I'm sorry, there is. You've been warned. So the first book in the series is Fallen, which is a story about a girl called Luce who gets sent to a school called Sword and Cross, and she gets sent there because she is basically considered crazy. She kissed a boy and ended up killing him because she set everything around her on fire, and so obviously she gets sent away. My parents can't be bothered to deal with her, obviously, and I wouldn't be bothered to deal with her either. And she ends up making a new group of friends at this new school, and it turns out they're all fallen angels. There you go, book 1 ruined. And she makes friends with one human called Pen, and she's the best character in the whole series, and she dies in this book. So that's another spoiler. But basically, she goes to this school, makes friends with a girl called Ariane. That's the first from the Fallen Angels she makes friends with, and she meets Daniel and Cam, and there's a bit of a love triangle-y thing going on, but she obviously chooses Daniel if you know anything about this series. And that's pretty much what happens in this book for about three quarters of this massive book. 3/4 of it is just her going, do I like Daniel or Cam? And then at the end it comes out that they're fallen angels, and one of the teachers, Miss Sophia, is a bit crazy and wants to get rid of Luce, wants to kill her, but she ends up killing Pen instead. So that's book 1 ruined. But I thought, well, it's obviously just setting the scene, this one, and I'll give it a go, read the next one, see how it goes, because I did get them as gifts, so I didn't want to not read them. So I thought maybe it's just that's why it was a bit slow, a bit dull, and it did get a bit better at the end. Obviously something happened, so I was like, fair enough, moving on to the worst book of all time, Torment. There's a reason this book's called Torment. I've probably made that joke before, but it is. If you want to torture anyone, make them read this. What happens is, because of all the stuff that went down in the last book with the girl dying and everything, that school, it's not safe for Luce to be there anymore, so she gets sent to another one, and Daniel just leaves her behind, just leaves her there. Can't be bothered with her. I won't be bothered with her either. And this is where my hate for Luce and Daniel really came along. I just couldn't stand either of them. I just think that Luce is the most whiny character I've ever read about ever. This book is literally just her going, I wish Daniel was here. And then when she finally sees Daniel, she falls out of it. Why did you leave me behind? So she just whines and whines and whines. She makes friends with some Nephilim kids, I think it is they're called. And they're basically half angel, half human, I think. As you can tell, the information hasn't really gone through very well. Called Shelby and Miles, and they were just literally crappy extra characters, just to make Luce seem less of a sadder. I don't know. The characters are so poor in this series, and it's literally Luce just whined, had no personality. She relied on Daniel to do everything, and just fell for anything. And I've wrote down in my notes that she's got a serious case of the Bellas, which she does. So that's Torment. Literally all that happens is her whining, apart from like last 2 chapters when a group called the Outcasts come and try to kill off Luce. There's a theme, can you tell? Try to get rid of Luce. I would too. And then to escape that, she goes into a thing called an announcer, which is like a shadow of your past. And that leads on to the 3rd book in the series, which is Passion. And this one, it did pick up. I got told it picks up by the end of the series. And in Passion, she travels through all her past lives and learns about how she fell in love with Daniel, why she loves Daniel, and why they're cursed. I should have probably mentioned the curse. That every time she falls in love with Daniel, she dies because they're cursed to never be together. And in this one, she's trying to figure out why they got cursed by going through her past lives to find one where the curse is on. But of course, every single one she goes through, she's cursed. She can't find the reason in this one. But I did like the past lives just because I liked reading about the past. Like, there was a lot of descriptions about cultures and things from the past and how things were in other countries and things. That I wasn't interested in what Luce or Daniel or anyone had to say. I was interested in the cultures that they were sucked into. And Bill is a gargoyle that she makes friends with in the announcers, who turns out to be Lucifer, trying again, get this, to kill Luce. So that's Passion. Oh, there's also a bonus story in the back teaching you how Daniel got to LA in the first place to meet Luce in Southern Cross. And I haven't even read it. I don't care. I really couldn't care less. You obviously went there because you stalk her, because you always find her in every life. And then the final book in the series is Rapture, which again, there were some bits that I did like in it, which like, they travelled around the world a lot in order to find pieces of basically the puzzle, to find where the angels originally fell, again to solve the curse between Luce and Daniel and get there before Lucifer does. I forgot to mention Lucifer jumps into an altar to bring the fall forward in time and destroy anything that happened in the past. Should have probably mentioned that. So in this book, they're trying to stop him, and they're trying to stop the curse, and they're trying to unveil it all. And they meet a woman called Dee. She was alright, but she was alright. Nothing more, nothing less. And of course, they save the world. And the ending is, it turns out, Luce was one of the fallen angels, but she got cursed to forever be a human because she chose to be in love with Daniel instead of siding with Lucifer, who was in love with her too. Dun dun dun. So that's what happens in the Fallen series. There you go, I've just ruined it all for you, and I can't stand the characters. I didn't mind a couple of the fallen angels. Ariane was pretty funny. Roland seemed like a cool guy. But I just hated the fact that everyone wanted to kill Luce because of this curse, and everyone needed Luce to tip the balance between heaven and hell, and the fact that nothing happened in most of the chapters. But that's basically it. That's the worst book I've ever read is Torment, and if I ever find a book that's worse, I'll make a video and apologise for saying that. But no, I'm sorry, I don't like the Fallen series, and if you do, feel free to comment and try and change my mind, but I probably won't. So yeah, if you agree, give me a thumbs up, I guess, and hopefully I'll make a video that doesn't take me a month to do. Sorry about being away for so long, and see you later.